And here we go. Our first crew of the day is in on approach on the dock. So Cap's staring down the dock. His mate's going to stand up. Looks like she's got a line on the ready. Let's see how they fare as they make their approach. And she goes for the first toss. It's a miss early on. But Cap's not really paying attention either, but he needs to watch. There's a crew in front of them that's approaching. They're going to wind up hitting the boat that's in front of them. This lady's like, look, bro, we're here. We're launching. You got to stop it. And all of a sudden, man, their boat sliding off too. It's going to be close. But they're going to slip right. Ooh, they smacked the dock as they slipped in. She's like, back off. That's funny. She's kind of waving them off like, you need to go to another dock. This one's kind of, I mean, they were on approach and Cap just wasn't paying attention while the other crew was kind of backing down. But, I mean, our girl obviously was already out of the truck that we see here and walking down the dock. So they kind of were there first. Always an interesting scene, but our guy looks like he's going to try and back this boat up and move over to the other dock. But welcome back, crew, to the greatest show on earth. That is the Miami Boat Ramps channel. I'm your host, Broncos Guru, and today, if you can't tell, we are down here visiting Point Marina. Should be a fun one. And of course, it wouldn't be another day down here at Point unless we had somebody stuck on one of the ramps, which is what we're experiencing right down here at the end ramp. The worst part is they don't even have a boat on the trailer. They've unloaded with an empty trailer and can't get off the dock. So they've got a couple people in the bed of the truck already, but they've not really gotten anywhere. So they bounced, they've done a little bit of everything, but nothing they've really attempted has worked. But there's several people standing on the dock around here. I'm not sure why nobody else has jumped in to try and add a little more weight to try and get some more grip on those tires. So one of our guys is getting out of the bed of the truck now. And I'm not sure, I mean, it looks like he's maybe there's debris on that ramp, because it looks like he's standing there kicking in front of the tire now. Or maybe he's trying to kick something behind the tire to get grip, but that one never really works either. So I'm curious how they're going to get this one off. They may need a little extra help, and they might have to get towed off. So our guy's jumping. But, I mean, man, they are stuck. So, and our other guy's moving to the back, but you can tell by how the guy in the back is hanging on to the tailgate. It is slick right there because he was sliding, trying to hold on to the truck to make sure he had a grip on something so he didn't slide off. But I got a feeling they're done. Like, this truck's stuck. They're going to have to get pulled out by somebody. And our next crew coming in on approach on the dock. Cap's got the slow roll approach working, good pace. Turns in, gonna come in with that bow first angle. Looks pretty solid. Need a little brake check action probably to slow her down a little bit. And there we go. And actually winds up landing it okay, but the problem is what we can't see in this shot, there's a trailer in the water in front of them. And here comes the crew now. They're like, bro, we're about to load a boat. So Cap pulled in. There was an empty trailer and a truck in front of him. He probably wasn't 100% sure. And his crew's like, yeah, our boat's right there, bro. We're about to put it on. You need to move. This is the second crew today is having to move. So our crew's been at this for a few minutes now. And it's tough to see because we're kind of at a bad angle on this side for them. But what you're seeing is what we've been watching for about 5 minutes. They pull forward a little bit, and then they back down. At first, I thought they were possibly stuck, but I don't think that's the case. I think for some reason they just don't like the way the boat's sitting on the trailer. But maybe they're stuck. I don't know, because they're only going forward a little bit. It's just, we're so far away on this one. I'm not hearing tires squealing, but we didn't hear them on the other truck that was stuck earlier either. And I can't really see because the pole's kind of blocking us right here. But right here's a good shot. I don't see any tire slippage there. It's got to be that it's just not landing on the trailer right. But I mean, how many minutes do you do this before you finally give up on this one? I mean, they've literally been at it for 5 minutes, and now we've been talking about it for another minute, so about 6 minutes, and it's just not pulling up the way they wanted to pull up. I don't think they're coming back far enough. So what he's doing here, you can see he's going forward and back, and there we go. He's starting to back up a little bit now, but he's not really coming back enough for the boat to float to kind of recenter on the trailer. So if you want it to really rebalance out, you're going to have to get that stern to lift off, and it's just not doing that. But you would figure at some point, you would be like, oh, well, let me go ahead and back this one up a little bit further. And he's got his buddy there trying to push it over, but again, it's just not floating enough for him to really get any kind of grip on it. So our guy's going to come down and take a look at it now. See if he can figure out what's going on. But again, I just think he's just got to back it up a little further so they can get a little more float, a little more water under the boat. But I mean, as they're pulling forward, I'm not seeing a massive tilt on the boat. I wonder how far off it really is. If the juice is worth the squeeze, so to speak, to continue doing this one. So he's walking back toward the truck, it looks like now, so I guess they're going to try again. I guess maybe he was seeing something from the truck he didn't like, and maybe he's looking at it now. I mean, he's kind of giving some instruction, like, he's got the lean going as he's doing it, so he's like telling them it's leaning when we're coming up, but, man, give him some room to work with, bro. Come back, get a little water under it, and let's do it. Now he's going to pull forward this time. Coming back again. So one more try at it. No, he doesn't get very far forward at all this time, and already he's backing up. And there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Finally put some water under it. Our guy might be able to level it out now. So you can definitely tell it's floating a little more now because he's trying to center it, and he's actually grabbing it. And here we go. And it looks like that's all he needed to do from the beginning because he's continuing on out this time, and they're going to get out of here. And speaking of getting out of here, we're going to get out of here as well. Thanks for watching, crew. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlets. My channel, Broncos Guru, does some great comedy boating videos over there as well. And of course, we got Boats versus Haulover, where me and a machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.